Hi, it's Joy, and today I'm going to be watching How to Get Away with Murder, Season 6, Episode 10, We're Not Getting Away With It, which, you know, yes you are, because the show's called How to Get Away with Murder, right? I am so excited for this. I can't believe we're actually at the final 6 episodes. It's kind of, I don't know, it's so exciting, it's also quite sad because it's going to end, but I'm so scared. Like, this is the 6 episodes I'm the most frightened about because it's the end. They've killed Asher, they could kill anyone, and we need to know what's happening with, is that Wes, is it Christopher? I mean, that was like identical to his father, and what's going to happen to all of the characters, including my favourite Connor. So yeah, let's go. So she's still doing it. She stopped the car, didn't she? On her way, did she stop by to kill Asher? So is she going through with this? Goodness. Surely they're going to get away with it, right? Because it's... Oh, Connor, my love. You don't, like... Oh. This is a lot already. Oh my goodness. Oh god. This is too much already. Oh, Connor. I'm not okay with this. I do support Annalise having a happy ever after, but far too early in the season, what's happening? She doesn't look like Annalise anymore? God, this show.
Make it look like she ran. Just like
do they know about the kids being arrested? And Asher being dead?
Where she left.
Because Asher went to her house, didn't he?
Heard what?
Oh goodness.
Asher's dead. The FBI says it's murder. Arrested Connor and Michaela.
Oliver. Please tell me. They just TP'd the dean's house. Who is that?
Oh my god. This is all too much.
What did Connor do?
Nothing. Oh, he's having a breakdown and a panic attack, but oh my love. Oh god, I'm not okay with this. That was not necessary.
I'm gonna call Jefferson. BP's normal, heart rate too.
Sweetie.
Hospital right now, or I might die in here.
Oh my love.
Take me to the hospital.
Oh.
Please. I'm begging, please.
My heart is breaking seeing Connor like this. Does he think he actually did do it? I know where this goes. And then Oliver's gonna get himself arrested. I mean, he can just say he was doing that to try and protect his husband and he made it up, right? My god, this is too much and I'm not okay with this. I take back being excited about this show.
Circle turns up dead outside your door.
You've already arrested 3 people about that.
Can I believe that?
This is not the place. This place has been bugged before. Don't talk about things here.
Hell told you any of this.
Asher.
Asher?
Okay.
What are you doing here?
I mean, he's fairly alive, so I don't think it was a delayed reaction from Oliver. Because there was a lot of blood. I just need to know what happened. I'm so bloody stressed.
She's the one that disappeared.
You've already confessed, Asher. What's he trying to do?
Remember how mad she was when she found out Miller in front of Christopher?
He's on the wire right now, isn't he? He's on a wire right now trying to get her.
Losing all that blood has you
Yep.
confused.
Good. Well done, Bonnie. I know it's because Asher's desperate at this stage, but... Well, he's not on a wire, but he's recording it.
Asher's here.
See, they're still my most likely suspects because both of them are murderers to cover up people trying to turn.
He turned.
Either one of them could have done it. But then they're too obvious.
Leave.
I'm so stressed. She could have poisoned that tea, Asher. I wouldn't drink it. Where did they take him? Did they kill him? They're the most obvious suspects, but they're too obvious. I'm genuinely at the point where I'm like, I will hand over every other character. They could all go to prison as long as Connor is safe. And with Oliver for his own sake. I don't really mean that, but I kind of do. What did you do? I mean, Frank's too obvious.
His father's already called a lawyer.
Oh, this is Philly. You need someone who knows.
Oh, I don't like Connor having a different lawyer. Because the others might turn on him.
Supreme Court win. That is Annalise's fault.
Trust me.
No, it's not. It's the governor's fault.
Leave.
I mean, I completely understand and support his mum. I think she's actually doing what you need to do to try and protect your kid, but I'm very stressed about Connor if he ends up being slightly separate to the others with a different lawyer, because then they might turn on him, like I said, and I'm very stressed because Connor matters.
Multiple times with a fireplace poker.
Well, Oliver only did it once, so...
Found at the crime scene.
Was it their fireplace poker or Annalise's?
It's a game. They're trying to get in your head.
Oh my love.
Terms will prove that you never would want to frame us.
Oh my love. Oh my other love. I just.
It's going to be okay.
Sure.
That's not what killed him.
She saw him afterwards, sweetheart. He really does think it was him.
Saying something incriminating.
Oh god, they're all gonna be like suspicious that she might have done it now, and I mean,
Look at me.
how can they all trust each other? Because as much as they all love each other dearly and have been through hell, they also don't trust each other because they've been through hell. I'm so stressed. I'm so stressed. I'm so stressed. Is he being offered a lawyer by Connor's family?
She already hired a lawyer.
Ooh. Her dad, of course. So they're all going to have different lawyers. Ugh. I'm stressed that they're going to try and turn them all against each other. This is a lot because she's not even got a proper relationship with him, and oh god.
I'm not leaving until we get you out of
I
here.
don't enjoy that they all have different representation. I mean, that makes sense, but at the same time, I'm stressed. How's Connor? Imagine if Wes did it.
You too, shooting walls, Mahoney.
God, he's still trying.
I'll walk you up. Oh, you don't have to.
I don't think it was Frank. It should be Frank. I genuinely feel sick.
You're what?
Dead.
He did it. I don't know. I'm just gonna suspect everyone.
Good luck proving that.
He's gone.
Where?
Who knows? I mean, we know a little bit, but
Unless you know.
there is just too much happening, too many strands. I physically, like, my brain is going to explode because I'm just feeling too many intense emotions about everything. I can't believe this is the end we're approaching. Oh my god.
This is bail hearing.
Oh god.
We've identified Mr. Walsh and Ms. Pratt's fingerprints on the murder weapon, and all of the
It was from their
defendants have a
house.
clear motive to silence
Or Annalise's,
the
but you know.
informant. We have more evidence against Mr. Hampton, Your Honor.
Oh my goodness.
A voicemail. Defendants had motive.
Oh my god.
The others saw the news and figured out it was me.
Oh
There's
gosh.
no proof these where all three co-defendants live. Cell
I
towers
don't like this.
I'm denying bail to defendants Walsh and Pratt.
Oh, God.
Who shall be held in custody pending trial.
Oh.
However, I agree there's no...
No, they're all murderers.
She did it. She for sure did it. I mean, okay, I don't actually think that she just necessarily did it because, you know, I would be angry like that if someone had killed someone I loved, but you know. I wouldn't trust Frank alone in my house. I'd check that bathroom to make sure I hadn't planted a bug. It's a floorboard thingy-majig. Yeah. In the cupboard. Imagine if Rebecca's or Lila's phone was still there.
I don't know how we got here.
Sorry, Ashland, dear, you're gonna die. And I'm very sad about that, but now I'm too worried about the rest of the
We watched the
surviving.
Eagles
He was definitely in over his head.
Who helped Laurel disappear?
There's just too much going on right now. I don't have time to care about this. I mean, I do, but oh.
Gave her his number. She arranged it.
Did she use the same people as Annalise? Is Annalise going to end up in the same place as Laurel? They can be neighbours.
Even if I without a thought about me. So I'm hating myself a little less right now.
Annalise put herself first. I don't blame her, but right now I wish she was here, even though it would be destroying her.
Between you two.
Oh, too much is happening.
Charges against your son were just the start. In addition to the Millstone murder, we have
They're
evidence
trying to flip
linking
them
these
on each
crimes to
other.
several more crimes.
You don't want to know the other evidence first?
Oh, I hate this because their families and everything are finding out everything.
One person. Annalise
I mean, if she'd successfully made it to escape and everything, then they could turn on her and then she could just live happily ever after out there.
We're offering you an
Like, if Annalise was successfully going to get away and live happily ever after, then I think they should take it.
and agree to testify against Miss Keating at trial.
This is
Agree to
awful.
testify against Miss Keating.
I hate this. It's kind of what the show's been building to, but it's the worst. And I'm not okay. There's no time to even properly grieve Asher.
just look me in the eye and tell me it wasn't Frank.
That means they don't have that much evidence against the others if he left their house alive, which they already know.
Clearly know that too, since we're not.
No, bitch. Let an old man get shot. Point blank.
I mean,
in the
tell
head.
yourself that. Yeah, he could have done, but he still wasn't deserving of death.
It's not my call.
It's not much help, is it? She needs advice.
She ran away, saved her own ass.
I'm very intrigued because she doesn't know about any of this. What would she do if she did know?
Got you into this. She should go down.
My god, this is too much. I feel like that's all I've said this episode. Oh, my love.
Here,
Oh, my loves.
full time.
Oh, Connor.
So that we can go have a boring, normative life together.
Oh.
What about Michaela?
What if Connor doesn't take the deal? They'll still charge him. My deal could sentence him to life. He's always had my back.
And who's got his back?
And she pushed
Oh my
Sam
god, I
over
hate
the railing,
this.
not you. I mean, what have you done, really?
I told you.
No, everything you did with Sam was after the fact. You didn't instigate.
Connor hasn't done any murdering.
Then what have you done?
I got you involved.
Oh no, my love,
I got
Connor.
myself
He
involved.
thinks that's
You
his
always
fault.
begged me to stop. Sign.
Oh, I hate this so much.
Come home with me tonight.
Oh god.
Okay? Just please, I'll do anything. Just sign.
What am I gonna do?
To get your
I feel sick. This is too stressful.
seal. Should take the deal.
What are they gonna do? I don't even know what I would do because 5 years compared to life is so different,
We
but...
have our deal?
We do.
Ooh.
Nice work.
Did they both take it?
Now we just need our number one.
Oh, I'm so stressed. I don't blame them if they did take it because 5 years compared to life.
Phone.
No.
Wait. I'll pay you $64,000 for it.
Oh my goodness, so he took the money from him and then what happened? I can't take this. I mean, having that is like... It would look like he killed him and then took it, wouldn't
Let
it?
yourself feel. You convinced us to give you a better deal. You think that happens often?
What did Connor do?
Michaela.
He did the deal as well. Did he get a better deal too?
I have a
Oh,
stipulation. The terms of the deal are only valid if they apply to both Connor and myself. Protect us equally,
oh,
or we don't have a deal.
oh, I love that so much. Just being like their family. Oh, I love them so much. Oh, oh. I love them. They are family.
I made sure we got the same deal.
Oh, bless their hearts.
I made sure we got the same deal.
I'm only signing if you agree to one more term.
Oh, my love, the angels.
Michaela gets the same protections I do, even if she doesn't sign.
I love them.
Great minds.
They are family. They are true family.
Thank God. I love you so much.
Oh. Oh, there's too much happening. Stress. Are they gonna not do it anymore because of what's happened in America?
Who? I don't know. Come, quick.
The police. Because it was Michaela's dad that set this up for her, wasn't it?
Think they took a deal?
What do you think? Hey. We're gonna get through this.
I don't blame them for taking deals. I don't really blame Asher either.
Was it you?
I mean, I don't like it, but this is a horrible situation. But I feel like when Asher did it, they were still maybe clinging on to getting away with it. Too much is happening. I'm so bloody stressed. It's funny, I think if Annalise hadn't run away at this point, they would have been more reticent about signing the deal. What's happening? Annalise? Was this all a trap? Is that what she figured out?
Annalise kidding?
Nope, it wasn't a trap. She's letting us up be arrested and they've signed deals. Did Michaela's dad take them off to where she was? Because he helped. Yep, he did, didn't he? And part of why they signed the deals was because Annalise had gone. Oh my god. I mean, I didn't expect her to get away. I thought if anything she'd choose to go back, but... My god, there's too much. How has this been one episode? Why am I not saving this to binge the whole final 5 episodes, 6 episodes? Okay, so I'm not okay. That was a lot. That was too much for me to physically handle. I don't even know what this review is going to be because my brain is just screaming. It's definitely the final 6 episodes and that was so traumatic. I mean, how was that longer than 42 minutes? That felt longer than 42 minutes. Like, that felt like a movie. That felt so long. The beginning was so horrible with them being, obviously, you know, I mean, being arrested is not a pleasant process and all stuff that happens and kind of how scared they must be, how isolated they were from each other. Connor's panic attack. I mean, it was just a panic attack, but like, and then like, just being frightened of what if it wasn't just a panic attack, you know, like that. It was obviously the worst panic attack he's ever had. And just them both not knowing, is the other one going to take the deal? What should I do? Oliver's desperation. I'm so glad they got the charges that he, you know, he was on magic mushrooms. And like, in a trial, you just say he loves his husband and he knows his husband didn't do it, but he wants to try and get him free, and he'd sacrifice himself. Like, you could, I feel like Oliver's thing was always flimsy given that there was no other evidence tying him. But like, oh my god, I hate this so much. It's too much. I love it so much as well. Like, I just don't know. I mean, where this show's going to go next, because obviously Connor and Michaela have signed deals. Now, I know that they got to go home. Are they then going to still, like, they got a better deal. Now, are they still going to serve the 5 years? Is that still part of it? Because I know that they dropped the charges, but they drop charges and then then they serve 5 years, don't they? Or maybe less with good behaviour or something. So I'm still worried about them if that's the case, because prison is not fun. So yeah, I need to kind of know what's happening there with them. Like, when they signed the better deal, the only stipulation they put on it was that the other one would be covered too, right? It wasn't that it would be less years. So, like Michaela said, put the 5 down to none. So they're still going to have to serve 5 years in prison, which is hellish. But they both stood up for each other. They both said, I'm only doing it if you protect them. They are family. Connor and Michaela are my favourite platonic relationship in the show. They have been since, like, their dynamic has just been amazing. And in a way it's heartbreaking because Connor has done the least, like, murdering. I mean, he has never physically killed anyone. Michaela has also, I mean, she shoved Sam over the railing, but that was in a moment he was chasing after Laurel. He just hit Connor. He'd just been like strangling Rebecca, you know, or wrestling Rebecca to try and get the USB memory stick. And then she shoved him to save Laurel. Hers was the most self-defensive, in a way, so was Wes's. But, you know, Connor has done the least. Michaela has also done pretty little. Asher, when he murdered the DA, I know he was upset by his father, but he is probably one of the least excusable people, which is kind of why I'm coping okay with his death. I mean, I'm still like, Asher's dead, what? He's one of the original, like I was saying. But I didn't care about him the same way as Wes, partly because he was always the outsider, and he had, like, iffy views on women, or at least how he expressed them. And then Asher grew on me. Like, I loved Asher, but he was always one of the characters that I was like, if any of them have to die, it could be Asher. So I am okay with him being dead as much as I would like it if he wasn't. We have no answers on West, we have no answers on what that was at the end, we have just what's going to happen. I mean, that surely implies that Annalise isn't going to stay in prison, because would she have a really nice ornate funeral if she died as a wanted murderer? I don't know. Where is Laurel? Where is Wes? What is happening with that? Is he alive? Is that Christopher in the future? I mean, to claim that they look identical when he grows up is a bit weird, but maybe. But I mean, Connor, I've never been shy about the fact that Connor is my favourite character. I love him dearly, and I'm so stressed for him. And 5 years in prison is a lot, and I'd really like for there to be a way for that to no longer be a thing. Like, maybe when they have Annalise, are they going to go back on their deals and be like, no, we only said that because Annalise was safe, or are they going to, because she betrayed us, but then technically she, I don't know, like, why didn't she get in the car? Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself, but what is going to happen next? Because obviously they've got these deals. That's 5 years in prison is a long time, but I mean, even the FBI agent was like, oh, you'll make a good lawyer to Michaela. So obviously they think that they can squash the convictions and then they can just go on to have a normal life. And I just need this show to end with them living happily ever after. I'm so stressed about where this is going to go next. Like, my brain, I don't think I'm even fully processing what's happened in this show because it is too much. And Annalise, why didn't she get in the car? Did she not trust it? Did she think that it was going to be something dodgy? Is that why she didn't get in the car? Did she not in the car because she thought, I can't leave, I've got to go back, I can't leave everyone that I care about? Or did she go back because, did she stop because she didn't trust the people in the car? Like, what? Why did Annalise stop? Did she want to get arrested? I don't think she would have wanted to get arrested, but why didn't she get in the car? Well, did she suddenly suspect them and then she was wrong and she should have just got in the car and then she could have got to safety? There's too much. Like, my brain, I'm really sorry, this review has just been around with me being like, what? But I'm so stressed. And Connor, I can't cope with Connor suffering. So seeing him happy with Michaela at the end was everything. I'm not happy about him having to spend 5 years in prison. Okay, so yeah, that was too much. And maybe if they do testify against Annalise and they really rely on their testimony, maybe they'll drop their sentence a bit. I don't know, but it's too much and I can't cope with this. Okay, so I just finished recording and then sat here for about 10 minutes and I put my camera away and everything. I put it all set up again because my brain's been going crazy. My first crazy theory is that it was Asher's sister. I don't know why. Second crazy theory that it was Michaela's dad. Again, don't know why, but the FBI, I feel like they could be involved. I mean, they kind of found Asher's body very quickly, but not even just that. Like, they have been able to take his death and turn it into the biggest win because they have been having this information. They've suspected everyone, Annalise and her sort of outer circle, for all of these crimes for ages, but have been unable to do anything. But, you know, Connor, being able to flip Connor and Michaela, to have them in the place where they have to fight, they have to choose themselves over Annalise potentially, although they protected each other, which makes me happy, but kind of putting them in that position and being able especially to be like, oh, Annalise, she's missing, so she's left you, which another thing, like, is it just that Ash's death played into their hands and they were able to get them to flip when they didn't have evidence before, or did they kill him? It's a bit crazy. Maybe the crazy FBI agent that they got fired killed him. But Asher made a phone call using Gabriel's phone, didn't he? So could it all have been faked? Is that what, did they fake Asher's death as much as we seem to see it? I don't know if they did or not, but maybe they faked his death so that, you know, they were never really going to charge Connor and Michaela with that, but they got them to flip, although they did go to court over it, so I don't know whether that's something you can legally do. But I don't know, I'm just having too many theories, and the FBI being involved is my #1 theory at the moment, / I don't have any theories that make sense. I'm just spiralling, and I'm going to continue spiralling, and I still can't get over what's going to happen when Annalise comes back, because I'm sure a part of why they signed those deals was because she'd run off, she'd gone missing, she'd left them, and too much. So yeah, this was a deeply traumatic episode, as I'm sure the next 5 will be. I can't wait. Thank you for watching.